Well, good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. This is Maureen Conwell with Keller Williams Honolulu, and I am joined today with a very special guest. We have Matt from the Aloha Junkman on board today, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what he does. So let me, without further ado, introduce Matt. And Matt, can you just tell us a little bit about you and what your company does?
Yeah. Good morning, Maureen. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
We are a junk removal business, and our clients utilize us in many ways, from as small as I just have a washer and dryer that needs to be removed, or a couch, to doing 15 loads in our truck because it's a hoarding situation. I think not the most recent, but the biggest, the largest job I've done for a realtor was it was a couple months ago when we did 15 loads out of a hoard in Wilhelmina Rise. And so the realtor, as she got the opportunity to sell this place, it was like a family friend. They wanted, the lady lived alone. It was a 5-bedroom 3-bath house, and she needed to downsize because too big of a house for her. And it's about 3.5 feet deep all throughout the house. And
Holy cow.
and so obviously you don't want to be showing that house in that condition. So first step was for all the stuff to get out of the house and to get it into shape where they could show it. So we are, I think sometimes, and I've done that numerous times for realtors. So we're vital for realtors to be able to do what they do. And really that's our heart, is to get in there and get that house on the market for you folks.
Yeah, absolutely. I would, love to say that the hoarder situation is unique, but I've had several listings like that in the past where you're walking in, and it's hard a lot of times to deal with those people because they're emotionally attached a lot of the times to the things that are there. So we've got
Right.
that situation. And of course, the house does not show well like that. So you do need to clean it out. So we definitely appreciate when guys like you can come in and get this job done. So tell me a little bit about your company. Is it a family-owned company? Is that correct?
Yeah. Family owned. I have a partner. We're 50-50. We partnered up a little more than a year ago. I've been doing this for like 7-8 years.
Okay.
But I was on the mainland. I married a local girl. We moved back about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, so we moved back to Kailua. That's where we live. And then we've been doing it ever since. So the partnership is new.
Mhm.
Me being in the business is not.
Okay.
But so we've been partnered up for a little over a year, and it really has been a great.
Well, it seems like you guys are always busy. I'm seeing your
Just
videos on Instagram and all the work that you're doing. I saw the hot
Yeah,
tub removal that you did. That looked like quite a workout that day, hefting that all up those stairs and out to the truck. And
we've got one of those today.
it's the way to start the week.
Yeah, I know. Get you
So,
warmed up for what's
yeah.
next.
So how many guys are working for you or in your company? How big's your team?
Um, so we've got 3 that are full time.
Okay.
But we've got 7 on payroll.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're all legit. Our guys are on payroll. The ones that are full time, they have health insurance. I mean, we have all our insurances and everything.
That's
We're
awesome.
trying to do this right. We want to be here for the long haul. So
That is good to hear. It's so hard to
yeah,
find a job that with benefits anymore. So that's great that you take care of your people. That tends to lend itself to having long-term employees and people that want to do the right thing with you. So that's awesome.
yeah.
So what areas do you work in? Do you do all of Oahu or do you stay mainly Kailua, Honolulu?
Yeah, we serve the whole island. Um, Yeah, I mean, we frequent the windward side, I think, is because you kind of build a buzz where you're located out of. And I live in Kailua. My partner lives in Kaneohe. So we do actually do a lot of work over here. But yeah, we serve the whole island. We want to, there's a lot of business in Honolulu. So, we try to focus on areas and try to market to those areas, because you get something in Waianae or the North Shore, you're spending half a day going out there. However, we will, sometime a trip fees involved or something like that. But yeah, we'll serve the whole island.
Yeah, awesome. So
Yeah.
when you clean out a house, and especially, like a hoarder's house or, even any house, what do you do with all the stuff that you're pulling out of there? Is there, a recycle, system that you
Yeah.
have?
Yeah. Well, we always are going to recycle stuff. For one, it's cost effective for us because we have to pay to dispose of this stuff. And so if we separate our metal, number one, it's going to go on to, turn into something else, and we're keeping it out of the dump. But number two, it's saving us money because getting rid of metal is way more cost, or recycling metal is way more cost effective. Far as like plastic and stuff like that, trash, like it goes to be burned. So where we dump it, the final destination's H power. 10% of the power here on Oahu comes from incinerating your trash. And
I
so
didn't know that.
yeah, it's kind of like you throwing it in your gray bin, and it just goes there. And as far as like furniture and stuff and usable items, um, we leave that to our discretion, because sometimes people will be like, hey, I got this, it can be donated, and it's full of termites, or sometimes we remove stuff and the place is kind of really gross, and so we don't want to pass that along.
Right.
However, we do really pride ourselves, and part of what we do is we do donate quite a bit of our stuff. You'll see our giveaways that we do and stuff, and we don't want to throw stuff away. So if it's good, we're trying to find another home for it. We've got a lot of nonprofits we work with, individuals that have connections to folks that need things. We give to sober houses, we give to Salvation Army, other folks that like work with underprivileged folks. And people make orders with us, man. They'll tell us what they need, and we end up finding it a couple days later. So
That's
for us, like
awesome,
I
though.
said, we have to pay to dispose of stuff, and so it's a great way to cut costs for us too, while being able to bless somebody else.
Yeah, that's definitely a win-win. That's the way
Yeah.
we like to work as well. If everybody's happy, it's a good thing. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. So speaking of that, I have to comment on it because I did see your story on the news about the lady's house that you were cleaning out, and you just found all that cash and coins, and it was like $10,000 worth of.
Yeah.
Tell me a
Yeah.
little
That
bit
was
about that.
actually
That's
that
crazy.
that was actually the story that I was just mentioning. It was for a realtor. And we were in there, and again, this comes back to kind of stewardship. Like we don't want to throw away good stuff, especially cash. And a lot of these situations are pretty sensitive. These people are very emotionally tied to what's coming out of the house, and so we're there to serve them as well. They're our customer, and we love our customers. We're thankful they keep the lights on at our house, so we want to give them the best service possible. And so easy just to stick that cash in your pocket when you find it. Nobody would really know, but we don't operate that way. Integrity is one of our highest goals, and that's what we're trying to teach our guys, and that's how we operate it. So we're in the bedroom of this home. There's about 3 feet of stuff in there, and we're going through it. We're throwing the paper away and stuff, bagging stuff, and I found a duffel bag with $4,000 in it, and it was at the very bottom of the pile. And then that kind of made our antennas go up, and we're like, man, we need to like really comb through this place. And um, we found a case of silver, and these ingots, there was 50 of them. It's like a little bar.
Yeah.
They go for about $170 a piece, and that would vary on what you would get for it, but I know that that's probably a conservative number, and that's $5,800 if you times that by 50.
Wow.
So it was like $10,000 is like approximate.
Right.
We found a bunch of collectors coins and stuff, and we just took it all to this lady, and I don't know what she did with it, or
Well,
she might have lost it
very
again.
happy that you found it, and I'm sure it definitely helped her in her, her situation, getting out of there and onto her next, the next step in the journey of life for her. So, but
I just like sleeping good at night. I had no problem doing the right thing. So, and
That's
you see,
awesome.
when you do the right thing, you end up on the news. Like, we had no clue that would happen, and that's free advertising. And people are, I think their hearts warmed by, a company that they can trust. I mean, I could even see other people on there, I wouldn't have given that back. And it's like,
well, there's a lot of people that wouldn't have, and so, I mean, it's very true. I think, you reap what you sow, and you put out, I saw that video, and I was, my heart was warmed. And as an agent, we want to work with people that we trust, and can have, faith that when we send them to our clients, that they're going to, do the right thing. So that is one of the big reasons that I reached out to you. I thought, well, aside from your awesome Instagram videos, they're amazing. But, it's good to have trusted resource, partners. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It's something that's really good to see and warm my heart, I know. And I'm sure, many people, other people. So they have good guys. So, I know that, it's Monday morning and you've got a busy week coming up, but is there, can you tell us anything about, are you, involved in any charities or events or anything that you'd like to, get the word out about? Are you doing any kind of promotions right now?
We're doing a Valpak promotion. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but we started on the windward side, Kailua, Waimanalo. So we're offering that to the people on this side. And so, if somebody hears about it, they probably already got it, seen it in their mail. But I think it's $75 off of a hot tub removal, and it's like $125 off of like a full house clean out.
Awesome.
So not necessarily like a hoard, but it's like anything over 2 loads. But yeah, our faith is honestly just to be honest, is like what drives us. And so there's a lot of different things that, like move our heart that we're involved in. Not as many as we would want to be, but it's just because we're busy growing the business.
Right.
Eventually, when we get certain things in place, we're going to be a lot more involved with those things. But again, like one of the folks that we give furniture to, they do sell the furniture, but they use the proceeds to feed the poor. Sure. And that's like that's something very near and dear to my heart. Is God's he's very specific in the Bible when he talks about loving the poor and feeding those that are hungry. And so that's something that I've been involved in, in my life, and I've just seen the rewards of that. And so we support these folks. We support Salvation Army. They have recovery programs where they have rehabs where they're getting people off the street, off drugs, into homes, into jobs. And so we really believe in that vision. And so we love when we can give back to that. And then also, like I said, you got individuals that are reaching out. So it's not necessarily a organization, but you have folks that tell you like, hey, I've got this family that's in need. They need to furnish a house. They just got into a place and they need to furnish it. And it's nothing better than being able to take a load of furniture, because kid you not, like, we clean out houses and we'll have a full load of donatable good stuff. And we just believe that God puts us in the right place at the right time, and the right people call us, and then we are able to meet a need, because it's way easier just to hit the button and dump it in the trash.
For sure.
But we take we go the extra mile, take the extra time, and you just touch a lot of other people in time with that.
The feeling's
right
amazing,
now,
isn't it? When you're able to give back. And I last week we did something with Aloha Harvest where you just see the need. We had 1,200 cars come through these lines, picking up food because all these hospitality workers have been out of work, and it was just nice to give back, and you saw the need, and the need is great. So, amen, to you, and, amen, brother. The work that you're doing is, it's awesome. So it's great.
Thank you.
That you're giving back, and I'm a huge believer in the whole paying it forward. So I know what you're doing is going to come back to you in spades. It's always, if you give from your heart and come from contribution, you will be a success. There's no doubt about it. And you already are. So
we see that as a biblical principle, and that's why we follow it, and we see the fruit of it. Also, something we do cleanups, like on our own dime. Like we've kind of adopted Dump Road, in Kailua, like the Kapa'a Quarry Road, and so we'll have a break in our schedule. We schedule all of our jobs like in a 2-hour window, and so sometimes we'll have like a slower day, and we're in Kailua. We'll just go out there with our trucks, fill them up, and then go to the next job after that. Because we've got the means to do that. It'd be like a realtor maybe listing somebody's house for free or something, just because they got the means to do it. And that's the way we see it. We've got the trucks, we got the men, we got the time when we have that window, and so we want to give back to our community. So we have desire to like organize cleanups and stuff. We haven't done one yet, but
I'd love to help out. When you do, let me know. I'm all about that. So
people reach out to us all the time, like, let me know when you're going to do a cleanup, and so we want to do that, but like I said, we're busy. The business has got us so busy, like trying to organize something else on a Saturday where we're not working is pretty. Right. It's been pretty challenging so far. So
well, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So if someone needs some work done, how can they get a hold of you? It's your good contacts.
Yeah, so you can give us a call at 808-940-0809. That's our business line. Or if you're pretty sure that you're gonna use us, really the greatest way is just going online to our website, alohajunkman.com, and you can book an appointment online. So you can choose your time, you can choose the day, and then we're going to arrive in a 2-hour window. So we'll just confirm that when it comes to us. And and if you got any questions, you can call our business line, and we'd be happy to answer questions. And we do provide no obligation on-site estimates, and we actually prefer that. If it's like a house cleanup or multiple items, we kind of need to see it. Some folks think you can just shoot us a picture, and some guys might operate that way, but normally the customer is going to lose in that situation, because they're going to get there and say, well, there's more than I thought, and then it's going to be a bigger price. We like to give you an estimate that we can honor, so we like to come and see it.
Good plan. And what's the website again? I'm sorry.
AlohaJunkman.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
it's been awesome talking with you.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you.
I hope that, we get to do some work together, here in the near future. And just have a great week and be blessed and keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for your time.
All righty. I'm going to shut the
All right.
recording off now.
Okay.